Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Form of Therapy. My name is PD, and today we're going to be reacting to Curious, aka 너만 몰라, by UNIS. First off, the title, 너만 몰라, is Only You Don't Know. So I'm curious as to why it's called Curious. Checked out this group's debut, Superwoman. Song is straight fire, I'm going to admit. It was really impressive. A lot of you wanted me to follow up with Curious, and hey, we're here to do just that. So let's check out this music video, shall we? They have a lot of personality. Whoa!
The one 바로 나야 바로 나야 do what I wanna do 깊이 숨겨 내봐봐 눈부시잖아 I'm like a star 나만 몰라 I want to be the one 왜 나만 몰라 왜 나만 몰라
Wow.
New classic
Wow, that's a great vocal part. The 너만 몰라.
열어봐 moon plus classic 바쁘면 탐 널걸 The reason why I'm chosen 유리구두보단 sneakers And then I kick it, jump in, running go
Wow, her vocals are so good. You're all such really good singers. This is actually kind of... What?
I want to be the one. 바로 나야. Do what I wanna do. 깊이 숨겨 내봐봐. 눈부시잖아. I'm like a star. 너만 몰라. I want to be the one. 왜 나만 몰라. 왜 나만 몰라. 왜 너만 몰라. 왜 너만 몰라. But I'm confused. 나도 show the real to you ever after. 왜 너만 몰라. 왜 너만 몰라. 왜 너만 몰라.
Wow.
왜 너만 몰라.
Does this group have a bad singer? I mean, technically, you don't debut someone that's not a good singer, of course. But I think Superwoman, maybe it was just the catchiness of it all. Maybe I just didn't notice then, but they're like extraordinarily really good singers. Like on a technical level, they're really, really good. Okay, well, with a title like Curious, I was not expecting, I mean, with a debut like Superwoman, I was not expecting a song like that. Very rock driven, interesting. It feels like something is about to take off like something is about to explode throughout the song. The guitar has like this sense of building throughout the entire thing. And the music video ends with like the rocket ship that they built and it taking off. But that's a really great song. I gotta admit, Superwoman was one thing, right? You can have a really good debut, but you know, sometimes you could just have a really good video team. And sometimes you could just have a really good song, you know? But I can see that there is an extraordinary amount of talent behind this group. And I think this song is even better than Superwoman. I think some people might prefer Superwoman to Curious. I actually quite don't know. I think both songs are actually incredible. But I do like the song for maybe showing them off a bit more. At least that's how I felt. That's the response I got. As someone who doesn't know anything about this group, any of the members, I felt like I got a better understanding of both the individual members' charms as well as their vocal abilities as well. So let's watch that one more time, and I want to just talk about what I really, really enjoyed about this. So just starting from even the way she's reading is that a newspaper? Ironing on the toast, and it's saying boring. From the way that this member is just mowing the lawn, I don't quite know exactly what everything's going on. And then the other member like dumping the plate that she receives. There's a lot of attitude behind this group. And it's not just this concept. It's not just this song, but it is definitely driven more into this song than I think even Superwoman is. Superwoman felt a little bit more identity driven, like it was about them. Curious is more about you, right? Like, 왜 너만 몰라? Why are you the only one that doesn't know, right? But this attitude thing, I think, plays into a lot of the individual members having a lot of charisma. I think the attitude comes across because a lot of them are incredibly, very powerful, I think, very charismatic. They have like that it factor. I think a lot of them have that it factor. So that's something that comes across immediately in this second watch through. I mean, even the first watch through, but even more so. And then the guitars. My God. The heart meteoring to earth. I think for a rookie group too, their acting is actually it's quite sophisticated. Like some of like the eyebrow, like the slight little eyebrow raise, like right here, this member right here, that right there. She gives off a huge amount of like charisma. This girl is definitely a superstar as well. I think so many of them are superstars. They have a lot of just sass. Great singer as well. Great singer as well. Oh. electric guitar that peaks right there is awesome. God, that's so catchy. That No Mamula is so catchy. God.
열어봐 moon 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 plus classic 예쁘면 참 넓걸.
It's a little breathtaking. Like, it's a little hard to breathe watching this video because it is in constant motion, but also that's what this song demands, right? Especially that guitar riff. But I love the snappiness of the video, both from like this strobing light effect that they have. I think it's an interesting transition from like this girl. I mean, they're saying like, you're the only one that doesn't know that I'm a star. And like, it's like her getting like her photo taken by like the paparazzi. And there's all these strobe light flashes of the cameras. And then it cuts to this scene, which it also kind of like emulates that sort of like strobing, but it's more so just cutting between like the silhouette scene. And it's cutting between the moon, 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 the door, door, door lyric. But I just thought like that those two scenes right after the other was it's just like really fluid. I gotta say, this blonde girl and one of the other black-haired girls are extremely charismatic. Like, I will say, they're all so charismatic that I remember them all from the Superwoman music video. They are all super, super charismatic in that way. I think when it comes to a new group, even on like the second comeback, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like more so paying attention to the group, right? I'm paying attention to the image of this group. And I don't really like I might spot like one or two, like, you know, really like standout members here and there. UNIS is not that type of group. I remember every single one of these girls from the Superwoman music video. Her vocals are crazy. What is happening? They're like raiding the store. What's the broken egg? All right, this is where things get super, super unhinged. Hold on. They start like breaking the fourth wall. Okay, so there's this cartwheel moment. Switching to night mode. Interesting. It affects the entire world. I mean, are we to believe that they are the way we transition from the two guys on the phone and the heart go like from them liking it and it going inside, that we are all inside this phone? We're inside sort of Eunice's world, and that's why they can sort of control everything. That is such a it's so weird. It's charming. I love that scene. It's so kind of ridiculous the way she's clad in black leather, the black sunglasses enlarges, zooms on the phone, and it becomes the backdrop for this dancing. I think they really won me over with this one. And the blonde girl and this black-haired girl just now, those two, they really give, I think, they really give like a sort of badass attitude.
And I will show the real to you ever after.
Sorry,
and I will show the real to you ever after.
Yeah, so then she launches the ship. I like the idea of the confetti on the ground in this shot, this aerial shot as they're looking up, and the confetti is like raining on them during the dance scene, but then here it like visually translates over. Like when you cut between each shot, the shots just to your eye, it's a lot more pleasing because you still see the confetti transitioning in between each shot. So I really like that.
왜 너만 몰라 왜 너만 몰라 왜 너만 몰라
And then DMing through the phone. So like them. So yeah, so I guess it's pretty conceptual. It's not necessarily that like they're like in the phone, but I guess you could make it conceptual and perceivable that if it was sort of this back and forth between a girl and a guy, and this guy is, I don't know, just like liking a girl's post and not really making his move, and they're saying, why are you the only one that does not know that I'm the shit? So basically they're doing all of these things and assembling all of these things throughout the scenes of the video, and then they create this rocket ship, which ultimately is like a culmination of, it's like they're sending a payload or package to basically let the guy know. And I think just the way they go about it is insanely creative and very fun. I can tell there's a lot of money being put into the music video, like from the way that it's well lit. Just the overall direction of the video is like, it's very well directed. Even from the opening scene, I think the opening scene is probably what gets me the most. Like the rest of the video is great and all, but I think the opening scene really sets a great tone. It feels very mature, not in that like they feel old or anything, but the handling of it is like, it's not just, oh, it's just another K-pop music video. It's handled in a very, very mature and like, this group is the shit type of way. And I can see why. The members themselves are extremely, extremely charismatic and talented. They beckon attention. They demand attention. Every single one of them. Is there like a group shot? Yeah, right here at the end. Yeah, I would say almost nearly every single one of them, I think every single one of them has some kind of moment in this music video that really is like an attention grabbing or an ear catching moment. They're all phenomenal singers. Just like I can recognize every individual member's like solo scenes throughout this music video. Like they're all insanely memorable. Ooh. New classic. Interesting. Yeah. Very, very kitschy music video. The music video, especially this set right here, this performing in front of the storefront, like this is all looks like just a blue screen background, but it gives off, I don't know. They give off like if Disney produced a K-pop group sort of vibes. There's something a little bit more to that, but there's some kind of like really polished quality about them that I don't know. They feel very different from every other K-pop idol, and I have no idea why. I might hold on. What are they from again? Okay, so this makes a lot of sense. I remember now. I forgot while watching this, but I remember now from the Superwoman thing. They're from a survival show program called Universe Ticket. Now, mind you, nowadays there are a handful of survival programs here and there, and so I didn't think much of it. But on second look now, I see that they are an SBS group. I don't know if SBS has ever had a K-pop group. This might be their first, and that might be why they're so good. To put that into perspective, we might all be familiar with Mnet. Mnet, obviously, gargantuan media conglomerate in Korea, has produced many successful K-pop groups through their Produce series. Produce 101, Produce X, Produce 48, Boys Planet, Girls Planet, etc. Right? SBS, to my knowledge, I don't know, but I don't think has ever directly produced a K-pop group. But SBS is another media giant, comparable to maybe not necessarily in the K-pop space as Mnet, but in terms of broadcasting stations, SBS is incredibly big. SBS, I grew up watching SBS. SBS is straight up a TV channel, and they host Inkigayo, and that is why there is a level of polish and quality to them that is so reminding me of like the produced groups. Not in that they're biting off of them in any way. Like they just remind me of like IZ*ONE, Kepler, or IOI, those type of groups, in the way that like, why are they all this talented? And I'm like, oh, I see. They're not just from any survival show group. They're from like a mainstream broadcasting network survival show group. That's why there's this polish on them. That's why they're this talented. And that's why there's this much money being put into them. I see that now. It was kind of mind-bending to me that like, I've seen a handful of survival show groups now, but like, I was like, this is actually just so much talent packed in one group. And they're only going to be promoting for 2.5 years, but it makes a lot of sense now. Okay, well, I have not seen Universe Ticket, but I will admit, based on just Superwoman and Curious alone, they nailed it for me. I am definitely going to be tuning in now. I would definitely say that I'm a casual fan. I at least enjoyed both title tracks, and I totally acknowledge that, holy crap, all of them are insanely talented. It does make me want to check out some of the albums, if they have any albums accompanying it, and see what their B-side and music is like. But yeah, that was Curious by UNIS. It almost feels now that those lyrics of "Why don't you know you're the only one that doesn't know I'm a star," I feel like egg on my face. Those lyrics are very applicable to me, because I did not realize how much talent and stardom was behind this group, but I know now, and I think this was a great comeback. I don't know. I still don't know if I like this song more than Superwoman, and that has nothing to do with Curious is not a good song. I think Superwoman is just that amazing of a song. I would give Superwoman, looking back now, an 11 out of 10, and I would give Curious a solid 11 out of 10. Both songs are, I think, like on an amazing level, and the vocal talents to back it up as well. Guys, thank you for tuning into my reaction to Curious by UNIS. Would love to hear your thoughts about the group. What do you guys think? I personally think they do give off like that major broadcasting company K-pop group quality vibes to me, very reminiscent of like an Mnet Project girl group. But I also think that SBS does a really great job of kind of setting apart a sound for them. I feel like this feels very refreshing. This feels very new, both in terms of like their visual language, their music video language, as well as their music too. I feel like there's there's something very different about them that I really enjoy. But I would love to hear your thoughts. I don't quite know what that is yet. That's why I might have to check out more of their music to sort of get a grasp and handle on it and see how SBS is handling this. But let me know your thoughts. If you enjoy my reactions and you want to tune in for more videos in the future, you can always subscribe over here. And remember, you can always check out my other videos over here. And I'll see you guys in another video. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.